Now we have Ms. Yevhenila Zakrevska from Ukraine, and she will be speaking about leaving no one behind, integration of HCV care in anti-TB treatment for people who use drugs during wartime in Ukraine. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Thank you. My name is Yevhenila Zakrevska, and I'm presenting Alliance for Public Health from Ukraine. And I have to tell you, actually, I'm working on field of opioid agonist therapy and not on HCV, but my colleagues who developed this presentation and show their work couldn't be presented today, so sorry if I made some mistakes. And if you will have any question, you can send it to my colleagues. There will be their addresses. So next, correct. Some background. Due to national estimations, up to 5% of Ukrainians live with HCV, and due to last IBBS, HCV prevalence among people who use drugs is 68.4%, and HCV co-infection among people with TB is 14%. Alliance launched its community-based hepatitis C treatment program since 2015. And currently, as for today, we providing the services in partnership with NGO, with local community NGO, and provide services during this period almost to 15,000 people, and out of them, 99% are people who inject drugs and their partners. Also, hepatitis C treatment effectiveness in people living with HIV is 98%. So how we do this? We provide integrated services decentralized to 43 field healthcare facilities in TB centers, in OAT sites, and in cooperation with family doctors. In Ukraine, medicine, DAA, are procured by state and distributed to healthcare facilities, but laboratory reagents, diagnostic, PCR, RNA, procured by Alliance, by donors funding, and we directly supplied it to healthcare facilities, laboratories in field. So we, since 2024 and for today, we working with 14 community NGO and working in 16 regions. And what the role of NGO and their task. So they provide in HCV case finding and screening by rapid test, and after that referral to healthcare facilities for HCV confirmation diagnostic, treatment initiation and client comprehensive support. They follow in client at every stage of treatment, provide counseling, psychosocial support, awareness and rising, and after that, after treatment, evaluation upon the end of 12 weeks of treatment. And one of the important part of NGO services is educational, mandatory and extremely important part of treatment. Our NGO provide lessons for patients. Alliance developed guidance for NGO on HCV microelimination regarding reinfection and prevention lessons. So you may see the schedule. Such 3 lessons are provided during a treatment period by our NGO. So now about our experience about HCV treatment among people with TB. So Alliance developed guidance for social workers with special focus on drug in interaction specifics. Rifampicin medicine was excluded. Also, Alliance invited experienced experts, pediatricians, to hold training for our social workers. And we start to work in the end of 2021, before the war started in 2022. So, and now closer to our patients. So during this period, from the end of 2021 until now, 298 persons started treatment. Of them, 95 finished treatment. 8 of them still continued treatment, 5 terminated, and 60% of those who started showed 2 diagnostics. And of them, 88.3% reached SVR, Sustainable Virological Response. And I probably need to explain why just only 60% showed up to SVR, because lots of clients who was in TB clinics department and they received treatment there. They were dismissed from inpatient department to some ambulatory treatment in the place where they live. And after that, after the war started, lots of them couldn't, there were no possibility to bring them to diagnostics. That's why just only 60% were received diagnostic. So, and about gender balance, 9% of patients were women, 63.4% were people who use drugs, and 36.3% their partners, and less than 0.5% MSM. You also may see the treatment regimen. So also 61% of this cohort, there were patients with triple infection, hepatitis C, HIV, and tuberculosis, of which 98.4% received IRT therapy, and 18.5% were on opioid agonist therapy, and cohort median age 43 years. You may see the medicines they received. So seems to me that's also, despite the multiple infections, 88%, more than 88% of patients with TB were cured. And during the war in Ukraine, Alliance community-based integrated treatment model implemented by field NGO demonstrated effectiveness and sustainability for TB patients who use drugs. And as I mentioned, if you will have any case, please feel free to contact my colleague, Zhana Sinilova. Her email indicated there. And sir, thank you for your attention.